Okay, here we are with Disturbia, a one-map WOD by Death Destiny, and I saw this on a Dean of Doom episode recently and thought, well, I'll give this one a go, see if I can UV max this with my own special blend of what UV max is. This level is really heavy on supply deprivation and supply management, so you've really got to know where stuff is and plan your route very carefully. And so with that in mind, I start with the chainsaw, killing those 3 pain elementals, and then this one, I would chainsaw him, but he's fired a lot of lost souls, so I want to get out of there because literally even losing 15 armor and 15 health at this point is disappointing. It's that tight. And you can see that sign there, Infinite Demon Teleporter Sequence. Basically there are, well, not infinite, but there are more than you can reasonably kill enemies, mostly imps, on turrets throughout the level, and if you kill one, another one spawns, you kill that, another one spawns, etc., all the way up to, what is it, like 1,000 plus. So this is pretty much all of the health and ammo you're going to get, so make the most of it. And I'm going for 768 bullets here because I don't want to waste 18 bullets picking up another box. And you might be thinking, why are you even using bullets? And what the hell is this chain gun all about? Well, the answer to that is there is no shotgun. There is no shotgun, there are no shotgunners. There is just this chain gun. So we run around this corner, we'll tap those pain elementals so that they don't infight and spawn 1,000 lost souls. Then I want to kill this one, moving in circles to try and avoid the imp turrets firing down at me. And again, I'm kind of disappointed here that I'm on 159 armor because that blue suit of armor is the only non-secret suit of armor in this entire level. If you don't find the secrets, that is all of the armor that you're going to get. There are 2 green suits that are a secret, and then there's 1 blue suit which you get like right at the end, which is also a secret. So armor is incredibly tight in this level. It really doesn't allow any mistakes. You know, there is no chance you're going to be able to, you know, UV max this blind. Laughs in Zero Master. But there you go. Normal people aren't going to be able to do this. You need to know where you're going, what you're doing. And what I'm doing now is just finishing off the rest of this. Now you can see that there's a blue key door there. That is another depot that I can unlock by getting an optional blue key. And behind me there was a big metal gate. And there are 4 gate houses that you have to go into in this level. And you push a switch in the gatehouse and it lowers the gate to the next section. And it sort of snakes around like a big S until you get to the very end. And then you reach the control center for this whole complex. And then that's when shit gets real. So for now... and you can see the imps up there on those red platforms. Yeah, they teleport in pretty much infinitely, but we will find a way to kill them all a little later. So 159 health armor isn't too bad at this stage. Like I said, I'm more worried about armor than health. That was a bad hit, but 149 armor again, it's not great, but we'll make it work. Health, I've got health I can pick up, so that's not too bad. That Cyber Demon is that's the end area, so we'll come back there a lot later. For now, let's get to 766. We'll pick up... yeah, we will pick up. Go for 100 health. And now we're going to go into the first gatehouse. So we're going to push this switch, shoot that pain elemental, shoot that pain elemental, run into this crevice, which is a secret behind me, but I'm not going to get it just yet. And now I want to find the chain gunners, kill them, and make sure that those pain elementals are still aggroed at me. Because, like I said, I want to minimize the amount of lost souls that they produce, so that I can maximize my bullet efficiency. Because if I haven't already mentioned it, ammo is really fucking tight in this level. Especially if you want to have a good go at the final area, which I do. So I'm just checking for chain guns. Just going to kill these guys. Top tip, try and move in circular motions rather than back and forward when you're running around in the outside area. it reduces the chance that the imps will hit you with fireballs that fly for like half an hour before they hit you. And in here is a little safe bit. Now we're going to push this switch, and we're going to try and get this arachnotron to shoot the archvile. Which kind of didn't work, and now the arachnotron's in front of the archvile, so it's all gone terribly wrong. So my plan to save ammo has failed. So now we'll just chain gun the... And he's resurrected him, so it's not only failed, but it's backfired horribly. Come on, you're not getting him a third time. There we go. Now, chain gunner 1, chain gunner 2. And before I push the switch, I'm going to go back and get a bullet. Actually, I'll go get this secret first, because this is kind of pointless. It's a depot of 3 invisibilities, which I have no need for. Oh, and there's the BFG, by the way. Oh, and here's a secret. 1 armor bonus. He spoils us, doesn't he? So we'll go for 800. That only lost me 8 bullets. That's not the end of the world. But that does annoy me slightly. Now we're going to push this switch, turn around and start shooting. We want to take out the zombie men, because they will slow down the archvile that you can see in the background. And you can also see a cyber demon is lowering down. I want him to start infighting. And now we're going to turn around, take a revenant missile for good measure, shoot this switch, kill the revenant and get out. And then in here, that was kind of lucky. That wasn't the way I planned to do this. If you come in here without firing, you can kill that guy with a berserk pack, and then that guy doesn't spawn until you make a sound. But that worked, so we'll go with it. Now we'll get some more bullets and run back over here. And now we're going to deal with all of this. And there's an archvile there on that little platform. We'll kill him. He can't move. It's not too bad. You might think imps on those platforms like aren't a big deal, but the chip damage over time that you take from them is significant. I mean, I'm already at 99 armor. I'm 138 enemies in. Bear in mind, if I didn't find the secrets, I wouldn't be getting any more armor. Now, I think he did that deliberately because he planned. I think he knew that people would get the secrets, especially people who are playing this on ultraviolence, and so he balanced it around the secrets, as in like the secrets aren't optional, which normally they are. It's like you can do the level normally, or you can get the secrets to get an advantage. Whereas in this level, it's been designed that getting the secrets is the way to play the level normally, because without those supplies, yeah, I think you're in big trouble. Unless you're like a real god at not taking damage. Anyway, back to what is happening right now. Just chilling and killing this cyber demon with my chain gun. I don't think I mentioned this yet, but hopefully it was obvious that I have 800 bullets. Normally you get 400 bullets. I've kind of just normalized that because I've been practicing this level. There's no shotgun, like I said. The chain gun, I think, does the same amount of damage, but it fires faster. And obviously you have 800 bullets. So we're going to go up this lift. And this is the first... So we're in the first gatehouse. We're now going up to the area where the button is. And this one isn't too bad. We trigger the trap. There's always a trap halfway along. Is there? Okay, maybe there's not. There's a trap when you push the button. But I mean, this is just a pain elemental and 2 imps, and I think there's a chain gunner in the back as well. There he is, little munchkin. And there's the imps. There's a better view of the imps. Yeah, so if I kill one comes, and I kill him, and another comes, and then I kill him, and guess what? Another one comes. You know, pretty much ad infinitum. But yeah, so we pushed the switch, that will open the first gate, and we got the blue key as well, which I did say is optional, and is true, but like I kind of would have had to try hard to miss that. Anyway, now we've got the blue key, we can go back to the starting area. Don't forget about this because it's important to unlock the next weapon. So we'll go for 777. Blue key gives us the plasma gun. And then these cell packs are booby traps. So we'll push that button and start shooting into this corner to kill the pain elementals. And we're going to go for 90. We're going to go for 590. There we go. Run past that cyber demon again. And now we're going to go over to the second area, which is a lot harder. This is where I took my first save when I was practicing it, so that I could then just practice this second section from the start. And what I like to do is take an Archvile Blast. No, I don't. I like to run into this corner, take out that Pain Elemental, and then you want to move back and forward because the Cyber Demon can hit you if you're forward and the Archvile can hit you if you're backwards, but you really want to kill that Archvile. If you stand right in the corner, the Arachnotron can't hit you. Then run down here, kill the Pain Elemental before you go into the tunnel, then kill the Arachnotron, then come back over here and kill these two Hell Knights. I hadn't planned to take that Archvile Blast, unsurprisingly. So health and armor aren't looking great. Some people might say this isn't a great situation, but we will make it work. I mean, I've got enough health to recover, but I don't have any armor. Not yet, anyway. So let's get back to 100 health. Take a med kit, take a stim pack, and then this switch here opens this teleporter, which takes you to another secret. And here we've got some green armors. Now I think I probably should have picked up the green armor, then picked the bonuses up, but that's not what I did. So yeah, we will get some cells, pick up 3 boxes of bullets, and then we'll head back out. And then this is my strategy for killing this Archvile chain gunner section. I basically just like to stand here and sort of click shoot the chain gun so that I get that perfect accuracy. You can take a bit of chip damage from the chain gunners if you're not careful. I mean, this is quite tedious. I won't deny that. But it's safe and it works. So yeah, I'm gonna go with it on that basis. So there's one Archvile dead, and that wasn't too bad. And now I can kill this Arachnotron. You can see the button there to my right. That's the second gatehouse, which we will head into once we're done with these Archviles. And I'm getting impatient, so I'm going to switch to the plasma gun, which is a waste. Like I know this is a waste, so let's just switch back. And where am I running to? Nowhere. Okay. So that happened. We're now completely out of armor, so we'll have to go back. We'll pick up some supplies. But this guy isn't getting away from me. Like, I'm either going to kill him now, or he's going to kill me and I'll just do the run again. But I kill him. And then I'm going to go kill the Arachnotron that was shooting us earlier, and this Archvile. If you stand sort of here, the Cyber Demon can't hit you. What you don't want to do is run into that corner, because then he has a direct line of sight on you. Now that it's all dead, you can come up here. Watch out for the booby trap. If you're ever missing 5 monsters at the end of the level, by the way, that's probably the 5 you missed. So now we'll get out of here because the Cyber Demon can and will target you, and head to the first gatehouse. I think I'm still not convinced that this is the run, so I'm going to YOLO it a little bit by doing this without full health and armor. But basically what I did there was take the plasma gun, kill the chain gunners. I really wanted to hit the pain elementals so that they weren't infighting. I feel like I've had mixed results. So I really want to hit them so that they come towards me and aren't infighting. And then there's a couple of imps that you would have seen spawned up here, but they are fairly inconsequential. I think there's one. Yeah, there we go. There's one left alive. And I've got extra bullets here. And good lord, what was that? Was that a 50 damage Revenant rocket? That's actually not too bad, 50 damage. That's like pretty average for a Revenant. But again, we find ourselves in single-digit health. Did I mention that this level is quite tight on resources? I mean, I'm not convinced this is this is going particularly well, so yeah. But we'll see. Am I going to get the armor? Yeah, we have to, right? So this is a lot earlier than I planned to get that green armor. So I took 2 Archvile Blasts and a Revenant Rocket. And I'm well behind where I would have liked to be. I would have liked to be picking up the first green armor after this first gatehouse. But don't run in because it's booby trap. There's one Arachnotron there and there's one Arachnotron there. And actually there are booby traps within those booby traps, which we'll get to later. For now, run over here. Kill the chain gunners. Don't bother with the Baron. We'll telefrag him in a moment. And there's Cyber Demon. This whole corridor will fill up with enemies. But first, we push this button. Telefrag the Baron. Do not take a step forward because that's inescapable damaging floor. Push the button. Shoot your way out. Run, 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 run. Get behind this grey pillar and then kill the 2 Archviles. So one Archvile is teleporting. He's like oscillating between the 2 Revenant pods at the sides. Looks like he only resurrected one though, so that's pretty good. And then run in here, which is now open. There were chain gunners that came out of here, which was the booby trap behind the booby trap I mentioned. Kill the Arachnotron in the opposing pod, and now you're relatively safe. Now you can kind of just sit here with the chain gun. The imps can't target you, and you can just focus down the enemies. That's the word I was looking for. Now there is a school of thought on running in there and trying to get the Cyber Demon to shoot them, but you're just going to get yourself blown up, so don't bother with it. That's my top tip. And then it's just cleanup. I'm really taken by this level. I have never played something like this where it's kind of been like a long gauntlet with like supply caches, and like you don't get anything else apart from what's in those supply caches. I understand this is based on the Mucus Flow, which is a similar concept, and the OG version, but I haven't played that. All I've played is this, and it's just such a different way of playing Doom. I really like this level. I mean, I practiced it a fair bit over the last couple of days to try and hopefully get a max run, but I haven't found it grindy at all. I found it really enjoyable, and the way you've got to plan where you're going to go, plan when you're going to pick up the armor, plan when you're going to get the Soul Sphere, plan what weapons to use when and where, and how much ammo you need for certain sections left over. I find that incredibly interesting and sort of engaging. Even there, for example, like I plasma down to about 100 and then switched to the chain gun. And the music as well, it's just like the whole thing is it's trying to crush you with the weight of resistance and the minimality, if that's a word, of supplies. It's just yeah, it's a real experience. Anyway, now we're done with that. I think we might want to get some more health. I mean, I've got 3 more health than I actually need, but let's play it safe and go get back to 100, shall we? I've got 1 medikit in there as well. We'll pick some more bullet. 688, and now I'm out of supplies at the start. So all that's left to me now is what I've got in my guns and what's in that little blue shed, which is very little. I don't think there's any more bullets left. So we'll take some ammo saving tactics. This won't be the only time we punch out an Archvile, and he's got me, but I got him. That was clutch. So plasma for this bit. And And there's also some zombie men that come from the side. And then the pain elemental in here, I'm going to kill him. Kill this archvile. You probably could punch... I don't know if you could punch this guy as well. It's probably not worth the risk. Anyway, he goes down. Don't push that button. Instead, come over here. Activate the trap. I'm trying to back away, but the door's at a funny angle. And then I'm just going to stand here and double shot old Archvile down until he's dead, and then I'll go push the button and get the red key, which will then open up the next area and give us access to the red key supply depot. So now we can push that button because it lowers the lift. Just a massive time waste if you accidentally pressed it beforehand. Because I don't think it... Well, maybe it does rocket back up. I'm not sure. It's supposed to catch you off guard, which it certainly did the first time I played it. Kill that imp who came from somewhere. And now we're going to go back to the start. Yeah, I might as well finish off this supply depot. And we can now unlock our next weapon, which is the rocket launcher. Now, the rocket launcher itself isn't booby-trapped, but you better believe those rockets are. So, I think we'll go for plasma, and then edge in and shoot and run all the way through. And now you can hear those chain gunners killing themselves, and I want them to kill the Revenant. Because I can actually net some ammo here if they kill themselves. And then that's just really unfortunate. Another really unfortunate blast there from a Revenant. So I've been hit twice by Archviles and twice by Revenants. Everything else has been chip damage. And I'm now out of armor again. Which is going to really cost me. Because like I said, ideally now I would be picking up my first green armor. Certainly I've been able to achieve that when I've done practices. Of course, it never actually works in real runs. So I think we're going to have to go back and get the green armor. And that's all of our armor now until the end of the level. But we'll make it work. Probably. Or we'll die and restart the level. Either way. So, run through here, activate the trap, and then I like to take out the chain gunners and sort of slowly make my way back around the side. And then, I think this is more efficient to use the rocket launcher just to get some big, juicy shots off to kill some of those imps. And then switch back to the chain gun. Interestingly, at this point, chain gun ammo, I think it becomes more valuable than plasma ammo. Not to the point where you want to use the plasma all of the time, of course. You want to balance your weapons, but I'm very conscious of making sure that I get to the final area of this level with 800 bullets. The final area is very unique and actually quite different from the rest of the level, which we'll see when we get there. So for now I run around that corner, kill that pain elemental, hug the wall, and then for some reason that Mancubus is dead, and that Arachnotron was really weak. They must have been infighting. I didn't notice that. Anyway, come up here. This is the third supply depot. To save some ammo, I'm going to punch this Hell Knight. And I'm going to punch this chain gunner, but he survived. Oh god. So now we switch to the chain gun and end up spending more ammo than we otherwise would have if we had just tried to use ammo normally in the first place. Undeterred, however, I'm going to punch this Archvile. And he's not going to zap me. If he zaps me, I'm basically just going to F10 at this point. But he's not. He's not going to get me. This level won't beat me. I will beat the level. Okay. The armor bonus there denotes a secret. So push that, get your rocket launcher ready, and kill this Arachnotron. We want to get to 100 health. I probably could have waited on that. Probably should have. But anyway, come through here, kill these guys, stand in the corner so the Arachnotron can't get you, and then kill the Arachnotron. I like to switch to the plasma because it's very easy to underestimate the damage you will take from these enemies. And if you just kill them with the plasma, you eliminate that risk. So now I pick up my first Soul Sphere. There are 2. I will use both of them, obviously. But for now, we're going to go back into here because we can open up this cache. Because I just noticed I was quite low on rockets. So we have to get the bullets. I want the rockets. 1 cell pack I think is all I want. Yep, there we go. 69. Nice. Come back over here. Hide so the Archvile can't get us. And then we're going to go up this lift. So yeah, I like to have the first Soul Sphere for this section. Oh, and watch this Cyber Demon. He's a real bastard for getting you. He can target you anywhere when you're stood here, as you can see. And he will shoot you in the side. So I like to bait some rockets. Hopefully get the Hell Knights to infight. And then because I'm impatient, I'm going to kill them anyway. But yeah, you'll see the reason why I want the Soul Sphere for this section, because I don't really have a good strategy for this. I have a strategy that works, but it doesn't work very well. So the gimmick of this corridor is you open a door, you see a monster, and then 2 more of those types spawn in. So we've had zombie men, we've had imps, this is chain gunners. Any guesses for what the next door is going to be? Pause for effect. And of course, it's Archviles. And these Archviles are really annoying. And those rockets are really annoying. I'm not even sure how... Well, see, this is the thing, like... This is going to work. Probably. But it's not a good strategy. So yeah, you can lure them around the side and jump off. Or you can stand here and fire a couple of rockets and then get out of the way before the Cyber Demon hits you, which is the sort of part B of the strategy. So I've taken, what, just shy of 100 damage there? Probably did take 100 damage when you consider the armor as well. However, that's not really inconsistent with my practices. Like, that's usually what I get. Like, I usually take damage in this bit. Push that button, then this Archvile comes down, and he's going to resurrect... I'm not letting you have the second one. Okay. Well, this Mancubus kind of died by himself anyway, so... I'm not down bullets. Anyway, this bit... Oh god, this bit. Clench your butt and just run. Because that Cyber Demon will start shooting when you're halfway up that cliff. But if you're quick... and you know where the ledges are, then you're okay. Because it's not a straight run up that cliff. You kind of have to zigzag, which is a deliberate design choice to get you to panic and then get blown up by the Cyber Demon, which is just cruel. But good fun. So push those buttons, yeah, punch out the Archviles because that's more efficient, and then the blue lines are the triggers that open the doors anyway. And actually, if you... Oh, seriously? If you just run through this whole area, you will actually wake up all of the Archviles anyway. And actually, when I was practicing, that's what I did. And then just sort of shot them with rockets from the side, which works, and it is actually quite safe. But it actually uses too many rockets, I think. So I think the punching them out way is better. And I've been quite lucky here that that the Cyber Demon has splashed those two Archviles, so again I'll save rockets by getting him to shoot them. Yeah, that Archvile blast was not planned, and now I'm not in a great situation again. But we can kill this Archvile. As long as we don't cross that blue line, we're okay. I'm going to have to retreat for health, which is okay. One thing I do find quite often happens is when you're running up that cliff, the Cyber Demon will splash the Archvile that's in that little pod, and when that happens, he basically stops being a threat to you. He just targets the Cyber Demon. I find that happens more often than not, which is quite nice. Anyway, let's do this run again and pick up the health bonuses. I'm not brave enough to get that one. And now into here. So all of these doors will open when I cross this line. It's Revenants this time, and they're facing away from you. So instead I like to get the plasma out, run past this Arachnotron, and then stand and run over here. And now I will spend some rockets to kill all of these enemies. Some rockets. I'll switch to the chain gun for good measure. Again, I really want full rockets going into the final area. If I can go into the final area with full chain gun ammo and full rockets and the secret megasphere, which we'll get to later, then I'm in a good place to have a good chance at the last section. It is really difficult. Yeah, it's not worth the risk. Should I get the Soul Sphere or not? No, I need the Soul Sphere for the next section. But at least now I won't die to just random splash damage. Looks like the Cyber Demon was fighting some of those imps. Good for him. Okay, let's do this run a third time. And go back to finishing off this Cyber Demon. Come on, Chuckles, down you go. And now through the door to the third gatehouse, where I will get the yellow key. And if you remember, or you might have seen it at the very start, the BFG is hidden behind the yellow key switch. So that's our final gun that we're going to get, which we'll go get once we got this yellow key. However, it's not going to be that easy, because you remember the Cyber Demon outside that was on the platform that was shooting at us? Well, when you come up here, he raises, so now he can target you from here. And it's really, really tense. There's no point in killing him, by the way, because he counts as a turret enemy. So if you kill him, he just gets replaced with another Cyber Demon. And if you kill that one, it gets replaced with another Cyber Demon. So from up here, I'm just going to try and kill this Pain Elemental. I'm struggling to target. And then I'm just going to move left and right to avoid the Imp Fireballs as and when they come, just to reduce the chip damage. And then I think there's one more trigger on this upper section. Is there? No, I've done 2 triggers already. So just when I push the button, 2 Revenants will spawn in, and then I just got to avoid the Cyber Demon rockets. Kill the Revenants because I don't want to come back down here, up here. Now I'm going to push the switch, forget about that chain gun, it's not worth it. And now I can carry on with my day. So the Archvile's distracted, so I'm okay to run through here. Nothing in that depot. Come back over here, we can get some health, and then we're going to go and get the BFG. Now, I have a really good strategy for the BFG, which is kind of a bad strategy, but I did it once and it worked, so why change it, right? I am going to get this Soul Sphere because I want it for the next section, and I feel I might need it for the BFG fight just in case I take some unlucky splash damage. Because that's right, there's going to be a Cyber Demon. So go in the teleporter, we get the BFG in this little cage, and now we're here. And it occurs to me that I haven't actually picked up any cell ammo, so that's not great, but is actually in keeping with my strategy, which is to run around this corner, kill this Arachnotron, run past the Cyber Demon, and now I like to run back and forward, bait some rockets from him so that he can start shooting the Archviles, and then the Archviles will do some damage to him, I think. And then, yeah, the Arachnotrons are also in there as well. They will be getting revived. And one Archvile is targeting me, so I'm going to get out of here and go back over here to this yellow depot. And this is a really nice depot. Look at this. This is just lovely. So we'll get some cells. Now we can go back and actually finish off the Cyber Demon and the Archvile. There you go. I would like him to kill some more for me just to save the cells. Yeah, I feel that that's a real YOLO strategy, trying to run past everything. But actually, every time I've practiced it, it's worked. So that's got to count for something, right? I think the more conventional method is to just kill everything with the BFG and have more than 40 cells. But actually, I still think my method is... I think my method is terrible, but it works. And then, yeah, we want to just do this side to side. And that's everything. And now we get a whole load of cells, which we'll need for later. So last Archvile, and that's the BFG section done. And we only lost 7 health as well, so that was all around pretty good, actually. I'm pretty pleased with that. And now we are going to go... We'll go do this section as well, actually. Because we can open up another bunker here. And I've got a nice load of bullets here, which I'm quite pleased about, because I can save those for later. So we push this. It's booby-trapped, so prep a BFG, fire it. Ooh, I killed both of them. That's lucky. Usually one teleports away. But I managed to get them both there, which is nice. And now this area is safe for later. And now I can come over here. There's a Spider Demon. He's in a red section, which means respawning. And I like to just BFG those chain gunners. And then run to this back corner, because the Cyber Demon then can't target you. And now I'm just going to kill these pain elementals with the chain gun at my leisure. There is, of course, no point in killing that Spider Demon, because he's a turret enemy and he will respawn and respawn and guess what? Respawn again. But I find he doesn't really target you very much, so it's not too bad. Instead, kill that Arachnotron and then get the plasma gun ready. You want to run around here. Cyber Demon jump scare. But he teleports away. And then I like to just stand here, kill these imps, or as many of them as I comfortably can do until I start hearing really loud metal foot stomps. And then I try and run away. So I'm gonna shoot BFG so I can run away, and then I'm gonna run away. If you hug the wall here, the Spider Demon can't hit you. And now I want to get the Arachnotrons to hit the Cyber Demon, which it looks like they have. He really struggles to hit them, which is good because it means I can just do this, take this lift up, and then push this button, which will crush all of those Arachnotrons, and kills the ones that would respawn in to replace them, or something does anyway. And now I'm going to restock. And with all of those Arachnotrons dead, I can now comfortably kill this Cyber Demon don't quite have the balls to two-shot him. I mean, I'm 40 minutes in now. I'm sort of switching gears from YOLO play to conservative play. Now, one of the worst things that can happen here is the Cyber Demon wanders off this lift. So you want to get him off this lift as soon as possible. Because that's to the final switch. And so if this lift comes down empty, that's really bad. So now we've got to try and bait him to come back down the lift. Yeah, this isn't great. Come on, get off that lift. There you go. And shoot. That wasn't great. Oh, that wasn't great either. Go for 3? Yeah. No, I probably could have chain gunned him from there. It's not too bad. Like I said, at this point, bullets are definitely more valuable than plasma. So that's the first wave. The second wave is this pain elemental on the Arachnotron, and then when I push the switch, the pillars will lower and there will be 2 archviles. But we can pretty quickly BFG them. The real risk up here is getting hit with a Cyber Demon rocket. So I'm going to pause, turn, 1, 2, run into the back so I don't get hit. And then when I'm comfortable, it's safe, go back in and press the button. And that's the 4th and final gatehouse done. Now, there is a secret up here, which we will go and get. Partially, we'll go and get it partially. I mentioned a megasphere earlier on, and this is where the secret is. So it's a secret through a secret. But I'm not going to pick up the megasphere. Yeah, prepare to get killed. Should we push the button? There's nothing else to do but push the button. Surprise! So all of these enemies, take them in. You can face those demons later. I'll let you live a little longer. Take this instead. That's very nice of him. So all of those enemies, and exactly those enemies, will appear in the very last corridor of the level. They will all teleport in, and it's just horrible. It's like 5 Cyber Demons and 10 Archviles. And there's no way around that. Even if you don't find this secret, they still teleport in. Yeah, the final wave you have to face in this level is 5 Cyber Demons and 10 Archviles in a single straight corridor. So get ready for that. The secret does make that Cyber Demon spawn in though, but we've killed him. Which is good. And now we're coming up to the control center of the whole level. Here we are, this well-lit room full of ammo, rockets. So let's gorge ourselves. And ideally I would still have armor at this point, but we make do. So it says the land is in slumber. And there's a switch. And then we push the switch. And it says the land is disturbed. And the lights are going out. Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good. What's gonna happen? Well, let's stand in the pile of health, because that's a safe place to stand, and then kill the Archviles. There are 4 of them that come out. I think we've killed 2. That was a bit of a waste, but it's okay. And then that's 4, isn't it? Yeah. And then there's this Cyber Demon, but I want to kill this Archvile first, so that I've got a bit more mobility with my 2-shot. Although, yeah, these aren't very confident 2-shots, because at 45 minutes in now, I'm even more consciously aware that I could actually do this. I mean, I still have the hardest part of the level to go, the final act, but yeah, we're looking good. So push this secret switch, come through here, and then I'm just going to let this speak for itself. Did you see that? So I ran through that gauntlet. I shot one BFG at the Arachnotron at the end so that I could push past him nice and easily. And then I suddenly got the best part of 700 kills by pushing that button. And they're still going. I mean, that sound of Spider Masterminds and Cyber Demons dying is very satisfying. This is also very satisfying. Again, just letting it speak for itself. You know what's going on here. You don't need me to explain it. I mean, he had to put some way in to kill all the teleporter enemies, all the turret enemies, so that like a max was possible. And this is an incredibly satisfying way of doing it, I think. Now, you haven't actually killed all of the imps on the platforms. You've killed a couple of the harder to reach ones. The other ones you have to kill yourself, but they don't respawn. So, let's get back to 100 health and then jump down here. I get the BFG ready because sometimes there's an archvile waiting for you at the bottom. But there isn't today, so I'm going to go for the rocket launcher. The enemies can't cross that threshold, which is quite nice. It means basically means that you can't get ganked at the moment you come down the lift. Which, yeah, would be a bit cheap if that actually was a thing. So, glad to have this monster blocking section here. And then rockets, and more rockets to finish off these droogs, and then a couple more rockets here. And then we want to kill these archviles before we kill the barons. There's the secret mega armor, which is would have been more helpful if I had it before that section, because we still have that megasphere that we're going to get pretty soon. But we kill the archviles, and then these are probably the last rockets we're going to fire before the final area, because I want to save them. Oh, well, actually, I'll kill this archvile with rockets first. Last of his kind. That's not even close to being true. There's loads of archviles left. But there's none more in that turret. So to save ammo, and for our own personal amusement, we're going to punch this Baron to death. And now, what are we going to do? We're going to check out our supply cache. Oh, we've got cells for days in here. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, cells definitely have less value than bullets, because I don't really have many bullets left. I've probably got enough to finish off these imps and still go into the final area with 800. But probably only just. Whereas cells, I'm good for cells. And you get a full refill of cells anyway when you enter the final area, so you're always going to have at least 600. Instead, now that Cyber Demon is taken care of, we can come around here and do this secret, which is the last secret. If we stand here, we can kill the Pain Elemental. And then we can come around the corner and kill this Archvile. I was thinking about whether I would Berserk him there, but I kind of don't have the conviction to do it at this point in the run. We come down here, push this button, this opens the door. You probably would have seen this door earlier. Kill that Revenant. I don't know where he came from, but we want him dead. And then we come through to this teleporter, to this secret, which has 2 invulnerabilities. Wow. Except you need to use one of them straight away, because, surprise, Cyber Demons and Archviles. Ominous foreshadowing of the final area. And then he's dead, and you are also dead. And you now have an invulnerability to use wherever you want, and this is where, again, the planning comes into place, because where is the best place to use an invulnerability in this level? Well, I like to pick it up now, because it allows me to charge through the rest of these enemies and focus down the Archviles. So kill the Archviles, run to the next pod, kill the Archviles, and then I like to run back to this Cyber Demon, because killing him is quite awkward, which killing him like this is quite easy. Of course, it's not just one cyber demon, is it? They had to put another one in there. So I'll shoot him a little bit more. And now I'm going to run back to the cells that I left earlier over here. Nice 600 left. And these cells are entirely free. Because like I said, you get a full 600 before when you go into this final area, when you jump into this mouth. So I can use all of these cells quite nicely. And this is probably the calmest part of the whole level. Don't want to waste any bullets. Yeah, and I'm just going to BFG these guys. Okay, well, I'll use a couple of rockets there. That's okay. I do have slightly less rockets than I would like. I'm trying to think. Where have I left rockets? I think there's some in the... Is there some back at the end area? When I went up that lift? There's definitely somewhere in the corner in the yellow depot. But for now we're just going to kill those imps. Have I killed all of the imps? I think so. How many enemies have I got left? 1556 minus 1480. That's 76. 76, 75. That's not right. I should have 69. Lol. Enemies left before I enter the final area. Because you can't get back out of the final area. So yeah, I should have 69. So there's six enemies left that I haven't killed. There's my bullets I saved earlier. And there's some rockets. That's nice. Plenty of cells. I would like more rocket. Where are these 6 enemies? I'm just trying to think. Because I can't go into the final area with 75 enemies. I need to have exactly 69. Trying to think. Did I miss a line def? No. Those imps are dead. Those imps are dead. I think I woke up all the archviles in the archvile corridor. I woke up the enemies at the secret megasphere. I get these health vials. Oh yeah, you can see that's closed. So once the land becomes disturbed when you push that button, all of the sort of connecting areas close, so you can't run from you can't quickly get from the end back to the start. You have to sort of take the long route, which again is a really nice touch. So those enemies are also dead. I wondered if I'd left those turrets alive. Oh. That was anticlimactic. It was just imps I'd left alive. And then round here? Yeah. Okay, well, that was good. I got the enemies I wanted. So now I've got exactly 69. I can proceed to the final area. 51 rockets isn't bad. I do pick up some more rockets when I drop down. And then I've got plenty of bullets, plenty of cells. So 81 rockets. And yeah, this is really tough. It's 69 enemies, but it's all archviles and cyberdemons. That's it. This first section I think is the hardest because the archviles are sort of fanned around you, and there's no real place to to stay that's safe. So you want to kill them, kill the Cyber Demon, but you don't want to have less. If you can kill him with 360 cells, that's good, that's ideal. 320 is the minimum. 75 health. Oh, did I fucking hell, I forgot the Megasphere. I went to such great lengths to save it, and I forgot the Megasphere. Yikes. That's embarrassing. Okay, 2 shots here. Just 2. I would do 3 if I'd saved more from the Cyber Demon. But you really need to ration your ammo here. So I switched to the rocket launcher to kill the rest of the Archviles. I'm 56 minutes into this. I didn't even think this was going to be the run when I was taking that damage earlier. And it actually turned into a very, very tense moment. I can't believe I forgot the Megasphere. How did I forget the Megasphere? But yeah, drop down into this next section. 1 shot with the BFG to kill that Archvile. There's another one hiding around here that we can hit with the rocket launcher. You can splash him out. Bit of a auto-aim cheese there, but it still works. And then this Archvile. Now I've got 200 cells left. There's some cells there. Which I think is like 440. So ideally, I want to be killing this Cyber Demon with 160 left, but no less than 120. So obviously 160 isn't possible, but 120 is, and I'm going to have to go for the chain gun. And this is why I like to come into this final area with full ammo, because there's just nothing. There is just enough cells to get you through if you know exactly how many shots you're going to make and where you're going to make them. There are no more rockets, there are no more chain gun bullets, there's obviously no shells, and there's all Archviles and Cyber Demons, so unless you're really good with your cell rationing, you aren't going to make it through this. Which is why, in my opinion, you need to have full bullets and full rockets coming into this final section in order to stand a chance. Ideally, you want 200 as well. But yeah, we pick all that up. We've got 560. Now we're going to get our BFG ready, pick up this health bonus, fire 2 shots, and run into this corner. Get another shot ready. That's 3 shots, 4 shots. I really can't afford any more, so we're going to switch to the chain gun. And now we have to kill this Cyber Demon. Ideally, you would 2-shot him. You can't really afford more than 3. So that was a bad shot. I'm very nervous at this point. Like, I'm just one bad strafe key movement away from 58 minutes down the drain. Nerves are very high, and I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take the safe route, and I'm going to chain gun him from the side where he can't hit me. You do get more cells when you drop down, but you need them. So there's a BFG, and I missed that BFG. That was terrible. Yeah, ability to make good decisions is now very heavily impaired by the fact that I know that I'm very close to the end. And oh, I keep feeling like I'm going to take a rocket. This is terrible. Run! And that's it. I don't get any more cells now until I drop down to the next section, and I've got to kill 2 Cyber Demons and a bunch of Archviles. So again, if you didn't have rockets, and I don't have many rockets left, if you didn't have them, you'd be really hard pressed, I think, to do this area. Okay, now this guy's pretty nerve-wracking. We're just going to do this sort of side-to-side run. That was okay. 380's not bad. That gives me 240 to kill the next Cyber Demon, which should be enough. You've got to have at least 120 cells when you drop down from this section, because you've got to fight 3 archviles. Again, who are fanned around you in a really awkward way. So that gives me, if I've got to take 180, that gives me 260 to kill this last cyber demon. Unfortunately, this last cyber demon is in a really awkward place. And you kind of got to kill him with the tracers as opposed to like full BFG shots because of these awkward pillars. Like this. But I mean, he can get you very easily. This is a really awkward enemy to fight. It was a waste. That was a hit. That was a hit. Got 1 shot left. There's no more cells. I really have to keep 120 before dropping down. I have to. Otherwise I'm in big trouble. Is he weak though? He must be weak. Rockets? 6 rockets? I can't fire another BFG shot. I could shoot plasma. I've got 20 plasma cells I could fire. And then what, punch him? Come on. Oh my god, 123! Yes! Okay, now drop down into this corner. And here's your 3 archviles. You've got 3 shots. He didn't die! Oh my god, this is going terribly. And what was that? So now I've got 2 archviles on me. I've got no way to kill them. I've got to open this ammo cache. Get inside. Oh my god, this is awful. Oh, and we're in. We're in. Oh, that was a bad blast. Oh my god, that is not how I recommend you do this, but it worked. So we'll take it. Okay, that's it. Now, do you remember all those enemies we saw hidden behind that wall? The 5 cyber demons and the 10 archviles? This is where they spawn in. That monitor in the background is the exit. So let's wake them all up. Run away. I mean, this is just such a fuck you, isn't it? It's like, oh, you think you're at the end of the level? Oh, you think you've killed 1,538 enemies? You think you're just going to walk right up and press that button? No, no, no. Here's 5 cyber demons and 10 archviles. Oh, what's that? You've been playing for an hour and 3 minutes? I don't care. You got to fight them. It does make it all the more suspenseful though. And actually this bit isn't too hard. The cyber demons are blocked. I'm not sure I understand how, but they can't come forward. And I have a pretty good safe strategy for killing them, which is to shoot and run forward, and then shoot this side here and run backwards. Repeat until victory. It's not particularly glamorous, but it works. And why is there an archvile still alive? Come on. And I've made this Megasphere last pretty well. Mega Armor last pretty well, actually. I'm quite pleased by that. The thing is, you aren't really going to take too much damage in this final section. Like, I mean, if you get hit, you're dead pretty much, because you're either fighting cyber demons or a cluster of archviles. So taking like little bits of damage isn't likely to happen. But at the same time, it's good to have that 200-200 safety net, which I absolutely should have had, and I'm a complete idiot for not picking up that Megasphere. I was just, I think, nervous and too focused on making sure I had exactly 69 enemies. Lol. So yeah, so this works. This is safe, and there is definitely enough ammo. I've never run out of BFG ammo doing this when I practiced it. But even if I did, like, there's plenty of rockets and bullets as well. So we just keep running back and forward like a nice little pendulum. And there we go, there's one dead, look. We'll get the rest of the ammo. Wait for the rockets to die down. Yeah, some pretty clutch moments in this run. That killing that cyber demon with 123 ammo left so that I had my 3 shots was pretty clutch. And then I was so pleased with myself for having 3 shots left to kill the 3 archviles, and I absolutely bungled it. But we still survived. It's like, I'm glad when moments like that actually make it into final runs, because you get to see that it's not all sunshines and rainbows. It's actually a lot of panic and improvisation. There we go. 2 left now. 1 left. Okay, now I will come out of the shadows and face him like a real Doom guy. That didn't kill him. But that did, and there we go. That is Disturbia. All the kills, all the secrets. The land is disturbed no longer once we push the button. There we go. What a level. I absolutely enjoyed every moment of that, both practicing it and the run itself. 1 hour, 6 minutes and 54 seconds. Sucks. Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, sure. But in a lot of other ways, I'm really pleased with that. And I'll see you in the next special project. I hope you enjoyed that one, and yeah, see you next time.